Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. I'm Veronica Jenkins, and I'm your host for this evening, and I know we're going to have a great evening together. It's going to be a bit different from the usual Wednesday psychic night because I'm going to be doing straight mediumship. And that is evidential mediumship, so it's looking at being able to provide evidence to you that your loved one is with me, is with you, and that can be through giving you information about their personality, their memories, perhaps how they died, things that were wrong with them, things that happened through their lives, different information about their lives, perhaps their birthday, somebody's birthday in the family, date of passing, all sorts of things like that can be examples of the information that can be passed through from spirit to me, to you. Okay, and because it's straight mediumship tonight, and for me that is part of my religious beliefs in spiritualism, I would like to start this evening with a prayer, which I know is unusual for Spiritual Psychics TV on a Wednesday because it's psychic night, but if you could bear with me and perhaps even join in by closing your eyes and just listening to the words as they're said and feeling the resonance with you. So just finding that quiet, calm place within yourself and open up your hearts, your mind and your spirit to that love that you call God. Accept that love into your life, that you may forever learn, grow and develop through it. Use that love in healing, sending it out to the four corners of the earth, sending it out to friends, families, those that you've heard of. And also, can I ask that this evening that love be sent to the spirit world and enable a communication between the two worlds, enabling proof of survival and solace where there is grief. Amen. Okay, thank you for that. And hopefully you enjoyed that prayer. Richard, could we have some hellos? Because I've just got a blank screen at the moment. Hi, Stace. Hi, Stacey. Oh, you've got a lovely little dog there. Hello. What's his name? Or her name, sorry. Mick Hayward, good evening. Nice to see you on here. Tina Place. Nice to see you and your family there. Hi, Christine, one of our stalwarts at SPTV. Nice to have you on this evening. And Siobhan O'Rourke, I'm sure I've seen you on here as well, Siobhan. So I hope you have a lovely evening with us. Sunil, I'm not familiar with you, Sunil. I don't think I've met you before, so welcome, and I hope you're will enjoy the evening. Christine Maris, nice to have you on here, and again, very much a regular for SPTV. Dawny, nice to see you on here. And we're streaming both to live to Facebook and YouTube, so we've got people coming in from both. Emma Adams, good to see you on here. If you're on Facebook and you actually enjoy the chat while the readings are going on, can I suggest you shift on over to YouTube because it's always a good chat going on there. Hi, Di Redman, nice to have you on here this evening. And Whitney, hello, and nice to see you. Now Whitney's on YouTube, so I'm sure she'll be joining in the chat. Millie B, nice to see you on here. And Ashley. Right, Richard. I feel as though I'm about ready. Beverly G, it's your first time. Okay. And actually, I do feel as though I'm with you, Beverly G. Okay. So I feel as though I've got a grandfather figure with me. I feel that he would have carried a little bit of weight on him and would have been about 5'11", possibly 5'12", that kind of height. A gentleman that I feel would have smoked in his younger days. I'm not sure that that would have carried on into his later days, though. If you could just message Beverly any information that you're understanding, and if I'm getting things wrong, just say, because it could be my interpretation of what the information is they're giving me, and I will go back and double check what the information that I've got. Okay. I feel with Grandad that he would have had a lung condition, and he's giving me the sense it kind of rattled when he breathed, that that he would need to cough it up, kind of thing. And he's making me aware that of feeling a bit muggy headed, perhaps a bit dizzy before he passed as well. But I also get the impression that the most time that he would have spent with you is when you were little, and I feel that he would have probably passed by the time that you would have been into your late teens, early 20s. He would have already gone by then. A gentleman that I feel would have worked hard during his life. He's making me feel quite muscular, so I feel that he would have done manual work when he was younger. Okay, again, Beverly, if this is making sense to you, if you can just post comments onto Facebook there just to confirm, or say no, this isn't making any sense. Okay. I know that there should be an April birthday around him, so either for him or somebody close to him would have had a birthday in April, and I'm drawn towards the 19th of April with that. Okay. And I feel that you would understand the name Janice, but Janice being on the earth plane and there being problems around Janice, some healing needing to go out to that person. I feel Grandad's sort of very much wanting to come close to you at the moment, because there's a sense of loss around you, a sense that you need some comfort, you need solace, that things just haven't been working through for you, and a sense of just loss there. Okay, and Grandad's wanting to come through, just give reassurance, and I do say you're right in most ways. Time of death is wrong and isn't making sense. Okay, if his time of death wasn't around your late teens, early 20s, you would understand a significant change in your life at that time. Okay, because that's the time of life that he's making me aware that there was changes, and I presumed that because he was talking about himself that was when he passed. Okay, but as I say, in terms of coming around you now, is to give you that confidence that you need, and just that boost, and helping you not feel so lost. Okay, so I do want to give an awful lot of love from Grandad, and thank you for letting me work with you. Okay, some more names then, Richard, please. Which is just working away in the background there. Okay. I've got All You Beauty Holistic Facials massage. So I don't know who that is, but hi. If you want to put your name up instead. Hello, Martin Hazel. Good evening. And Martin, oh, hi, Kelly. Nice to see you on here. And Bernadette. Hi, Bernadette. Bernadette Connolly and Jamie Lee Wilson. Just keep posting your comments up there, and I'll see who I'm drawn to. Sue Carroll, Victoria Stumbo. Hello. Oh, Jacqueline Gardner. Could I work with Jacqueline Gardner, please? Okay, Jacqueline. I feel as though I've got a lady with me. I feel with this lady that she would have lost quite a bit of weight prior to her passing. I feel that there would have been gynecological issues and problems there, and issues around that lower abdomen area for her, and just a sense of not being able to eat very well, and not exactly feeling nauseous, but just not feeling, oh, I can't face food. Okay. A lady that she's making me aware of the piano, that she would have enjoyed listening to piano music and possibly even played herself, but it's the piano music that I'm hearing, and she's putting this piano in front of me. A lady that I feel would have presented herself very well. She's come very well groomed, I want to say, and would have dressed very smartly, and her hair would have always been very, very neat and tidy. And a lady that would have kept her own counsel, I want to say. So if things weren't right, she wouldn't say much about it to other people. I get the sense she'd chucked it to herself. She wouldn't approve, and you might get a tut, but she wouldn't be out and out critical about it to other people, although I feel perhaps somebody in the family she would be like that with. And you would understand the situation around you at the moment that has been quite upsetting you, and want to, you feel quite, oh, and this lady is very much not wanting you to say too much about it, because people will then jump on what you say about it, rather than the issue get lost, because they're more concerned about what you said it rather than the actual issue, if that makes sense. Okay. I feel this is kind of a grandmotherly feeling that I'm getting from this lady. And if not grandmother, that level of generation, yeah, that it seems to be a step, but it could be that it's just her personality, and she wasn't that lovey-dovey pull you to her and give you great big cuddles kind of person. But she didn't mean that she didn't love people very intensely at times, but she just wasn't very demonstrative in that way, and very much because that's the way she'd been brought up, that people were at arm's length, unfortunately, for her, and then she just learnt to be like that with other people. Okay, so I want to give you a lot of love from this lady, and just keep your own counsel at the moment. All right, and thank you for allowing me to work with you and this lovely lady that's come through. Okay, some more names please, Richard. All I hear in the background is tippy tappy tippy tappy. It's all right. It's yeah. He's juggling between YouTube and Facebook. So hi Whitney, hi Charlotte Ellen Day. Nice to see you on here. You've got a lovely smiley face there. And Trish Cook, is that a horse? Yes. Oh, I can see the horse, but I can't see the eagle and the wolf. No. Nah. My eyes are, I believe you. Hi, Debbie Kerr. Nice to have you on here. Pauline Rose Everest, can I work with you, please? Okay, hello, Lorraine Nichols as well, and your lovely dog. Right, Pauline Rose Everest. Okay. You would understand a lady. A lady that I feel passed with a heart attack, and it was a massive heart attack. She was aware that she was having it. She was aware that she couldn't catch her breath and the pain, and she went within minutes with it, but she was aware that she was having it. It's not that she passed in her sleep. She was conscious and aware of what was going on. She's making me aware that people tried to resuscitate her for a while. She was taken to the ambulance and the hospital, and they were still trying to work with her, but really she'd gone in that first few minutes, and she weren't coming back from that. Okay, even though there were was a lot of effort put into trying to get her back again. And she's saying that when she passed over, she was very disorientated, because it wasn't, going into the spirit world wasn't something that she'd really considered, thought about, and even particularly wanted. That wasn't in her remit of thinking. So it was like, she really didn't understand what was going on to start with, but she's absolutely fine now. There were people, I feel her brother was already over there, and he helped her acclimatise and adjust, etc. Okay. I feel with this lady that she carried a bit of weight on her. Isn't that interesting? Because she's giving me a sense that she carried a bit of weight on her, about a size 16 to 18. But then I've also got her very, very thin as well. So whether she lost weight and put weight on, I'm not sure what's going on there, but as long as you understand that, I hope you can make sense of why she's giving me both those sensations there. Oh, okay. She's taking me to her younger days. She doesn't want to be remembered as she was when she was older. She very much wants to be remembered with the stunning figure and the beautiful hair. And she's showing me with the lippy and light blue eyeshadow as well. Oh, she lost a lot of weight. Okay. And she's showing me rings as well, that she'd like to wear rings. But again, she's making me aware that there was a ring that had to be cut or something like that, that wouldn't come off. But other rings that were loose. This is very bizarre the ways that it is coming through, but again, hopefully you'll be able to understand this. You'd understand the name Jane and Josie as well, and David's coming through, and Paul. So a lot, she's suddenly giving a lot of names out there. January, I want to go to January 22nd as a relevant date, and I feel that there would have been a passing around in January as well, if not on the 22nd, then actually earlier in the month, around the 4th, 6th, around there. Okay. And Billy, and Uncle Billy, but I feel that we're going to her for an Uncle Billy rather than particularly you having an Uncle Billy. She's making me come back to this weight issue. Okay. Oh, finger off when I was 8. Okay, that would make sense of the ring. Okay. She's wanting to go back to the weight and body image and sense of self. Okay, that she's saying that she wants you to really, really accept the love that people have for you. Okay, that it's not about your body, it's about you. Okay, and doesn't matter what shape you are or what you are in with your hair, your nails or anything like that. What matters is you as a person and you as a personality. Okay, and that's what she's saying is so wonderful about who you are, and wants to give you that love and affirmation about saying you believe in yourself. You should believe in yourself, and it doesn't matter the rest of the world, it matters about you. Okay, so she's bringing that love in for you, she's bringing that confidence in for you, she's bringing that acceptance in for you, and you just be you and shine in who you are, Pauline. Okay, so I'll leave you with her love, and thank you so much for allowing me to work with you and your mum. Okay, Richard, next ones please. Yes. Hi, Valerie Gill. Hi, Sharon Langlands. Hi, Denise Smith. Hi, Lillian. Hi, Martine. Hi, Melvin Peters. Princess Peacham's Nikki Booth. Hi, can I work with Nikki? It's Nikki Booth, the name that attracts me there, okay? Right. I'm being given the name John, but I feel John is linked to an uncle. Now, whether this is your uncle or uncle of the person that's coming through, and I'm just waiting for that person to make themselves more relevant, up close to me. Okay, I've got a lady with me who was a tutter. Okay, whenever she didn't like anything, it would be, and there's the sigh with it as well. I want to say, and oh, and she could get in a state about all sorts, and she'd just chunter on. She's even showing me in a supermarket, just chuntering to herself, well, about the price of things, and especially with the way things are going up in price at the moment, you'd never hear the last of it from her because she's going on and on and on about it, and that's just how she was. And if something was in her head, it would be in her mouth, and there was very few filters, if any filters there, and it was just out. If it came in, it went out. But saying that, a lovely, lovely lady, and a lady that would have wanted to keep the family together, although she recognises that wasn't always possible to do, and therefore I'm aware that there's been splits within the family there, and it would have never done in her day. Okay, but that's again just the way she was. Okay, Nikki, if this is making any sense at all to you, I hope that you can just put that in the chat. Okay. And I feel with this lady that there would have been problems with her throat and swallowing before she passed. That she found things sore, and she's even given me the sense that she would have had mouth ulcers as well. Okay. And she's given me the sense that different organs in the body kind of just broke down. It wasn't just one thing that took her over. There was a few different things wrong by the time she passed, and she really, really wasn't very well at all when she passed. She's very much making me aware that she loved a cup of teas, especially strong teas, and at one time I know that she would have had a couple of sugars in that as well, but it's like that, you were supposed to give it up and things like that. So I don't know that she always did continue with that, but I know she loved a strong cup of tea, and she's even doing it properly with a teapot. Okay. A lady that I feel at the end was ready to go because of all of these illness that she had. She knew her time was up. Her sister was had already passed, and she was looking forward to seeing her sister again, and her mum, because I feel that she'd been particularly close to her mum on the earth plane as well. Okay, so I feel that she did have a belief in the afterlife, that she would have expected to continue, and was looking forward to seeing the people that had passed on before her when she passed. She didn't have a fear of death in that way. She was just very accepting about it. If it was God's will kind of thing, then that's how it was. She's saying around you at the moment, things haven't been going the way that you want them. Okay. And that you'd you'd much rather life kind of just gave you things, and it's not going to happen that way. Okay, life doesn't unfortunately give us things. Our families do, and they protect us, but life doesn't at times, and sometimes it seems as though it's working against us. And it's had that feeling for you recently, that it feels as though it's been working against you. Yes, life's testing, and it's part of our spiritual journey, spiritual development, about managing that and handling that and taking on those challenges and growing from those challenges. Your Gran is obviously of the opinion that you're capable of taking those challenges on, okay, and wants you to take these challenges on and grow from them, because you have got a lot of strength, and you have sensed Nan around you as well. I want to say that you've been able to smell Nan around you, that she's come in, and it's almost like a coal tar soap smell that she brings with her, okay? So if you smell that kind of smell, then know that that's Nan around you, okay? So thank you for letting me work with you, and thank you for your Nan coming through. She's just a lovely, lovely lady. Okay. Thank you. Richard, any more names for me? I've got loads, so that's good. 2 pages full. Okay. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte Clement. Hi, Anne Warren. Just to confirm to everybody tonight that I'm just doing straight mediumship. It's about evidential mediumship. It's not about psychic readings, okay? So it's not about what's happening in your life particularly, unless spirit, your loved ones want to talk about it. It's about proving that they're still around you and very much love you, okay? Carl McDowell, hello, good evening. Mary Heaven, nice to see you on here. And Lynn Taylor. Could I work with Lynn, please? Right, Lynn. Oh, straight away, I've got a lady coming through that's making me feel extraordinarily dizzy and really disorientated, dizzy. So I want as though she would have had some vertigo, issues like that, okay? And she's making me aware that her eyes, that there's problems with her eyes being able to see properly, and also she's giving me a pain in my back as well. So I'm not sure what that is, but I'll just leave it as that because I'm not getting any more information on that. She's giving me the name Alice, that she would have linked with a person called Alice. Within the family, I feel Alice, possibly her sister, and George would have been in the family as well. And she's taking me to June for a birthday, and I want around the 22nd of June for a birthday as well. Okay. I feel with this lady that she would have passed at home, as she would have passed in her sleep in bed, and just very much just gone to sleep one night, and that she went over to spirit. I don't feel that people had realised how poorly she actually was, and how this dizziness, what that was really fully about. Okay. Right. She's saying about your dreams recently that you've been having really vivid dreams, and possibly that it's been worrying you about these dreams. And she's saying that dreams are not forebodings of the future. They are very much a reflection of how you feel now and issues around you now, and making sense of your past. Okay, so if you're feeling as though in your dreams that you're being told about the future, she's very much wanting to reassure you that that's not the case. It's not about the future. It's those feelings are about how you feel about your past and about the current situation, and being able to resolve. Okay. Lynn, if you can give me some feedback on this, it really is useful for me to know whether I'm on the right track and whether I've actually understood what Spirit's giving me. I'm quite happy to get, no, you don't understand it, because I will get more information to try and understand what it is that they're giving me. Okay. And Charlie as well, but I feel Charlie's on the earth plane and Charlie needs some healing at this current time. Okay. And you would understand a young man who has been having problems at school. I only want quite a young lad there. Quite a bit of a temper, I want to say, and not really understanding the boundaries. Okay. And it's help. Spirit are just wanting help to come in and around that young man in the family there. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you, Lynn. I haven't had any feedback yet, so, but because the nature of this kind of show, I need to move on. Okay, so I'll leave that. Oh, she just has. Okay, so it sounds like Mum and Jan tell us. Yeah. Okay. So that's lovely that you understand the message and you understand the people in it. Okay, thank you for allowing me to work with you, and have a lovely evening and some sweet dreams rather than the ones that you've been having. Okay, next one, Richard, please. Heidi, evening munchkins. It's flashing up and down again. Lorna Mathers. Hi, Lorna. If I could actually stick with Lorna, okay. Right, Lorna, you. There's somebody over here that very, very much wants to get through. Okay, and I feel that there's somebody that you're wanting to contact, but it's almost like that energy is just so intense from both sides. It's actually being a block. Okay, that because there's just so much of a need, that need is actually difficult to work through. You'll find this quite a bit sometimes with mediums, that when only one person is wanted and need to hear from them, then actually that creates a block up from some reason. Come on. I'm being called Dad. Okay, I've just heard Dad coming there. And come on. And just a sense, just so much emotion, and that's the overriding thing. And it's such a shame because there's just so much emotion there. It's difficult for me to work through. Okay, come on, toughen up. Right, get to business. I feel the gentleman that I've got could sort of click into place, right? Because he's doing that now. He's pulling himself together, and the kind of person he was very loving and very demonstrative as well. Lots of cuddles. Always wanted to look after his little princess and make things right, and make sure that things were on the right path. Oh gosh, there's just so much emotion there as well with him and you. Okay. You would understand it's either an anniversary of a passing or there's just been a passing. Okay. And a lot of that emotion is tied around that. Okay. And I've got a gentleman who I feel that his hair would have been receding. He's making me very much aware that there would have been a balding bit there that he'd kind of tried to cover the front bit up with. And he's taking me to his shoes. Why your shoes? He's wearing, you know, the loafer shoes that are easy slip on, slip off shoes. He's showing me those as shoes rather than tie up shoes. And they were comfortable. He needed comfortable shoes. I feel he actually would have spent a time in the army and that would have affected his feet. Okay. And that's why he would always wear comfortable shoes and his slippers. He was always a slipper man as well. He'd always wear slippers around the house because he'd need the support with the slippers rather than just bare feet or anything. And you never know what you stand on either, he's saying. Okay. And a gentleman that really didn't want to go to spirit, wanted to really hold on to his life on the earth plane. He just didn't feel ready to go, didn't want to go. And, you know, he struggled to stay. He's making me aware of hospital conditions as well, as though that when he passed, he would have been in a situation where he would have had cannulas, that kind of thing going into his arms. Okay. And he's just making me aware of the oxygen mask that he had to wear and taking that off and struggling to breathe. Okay. So I feel he's just coming through as proof of survival, that he's there. Spirit is real. There's been a need for evidence. There's been a need for some proof of all of this. Okay. There's been an interest and some doubts, but there's just wanting to be proof that there is more. Okay. And there is. Okay. And I want to leave you with August the 29th as a relevant day for probably, I feel, a birthday. Okay. So I'll leave that with you, Lorna, and I hope that helps. Thank you for working with me. Some more names, Richard, please. While Richard's sorting that out, again, I'll just say that tonight isn't a psychic night, it's evidential mediumship night. So the aim is to provide evidence of your loved ones being in the spirit world. Okay. Hi, Nikki McIntyre. Hope I said that right. Hi, Anne Warren. Nice to see you on here. Hi, Charlotte again. It's all right. I don't mind them coming back on, Richard, because I might be drawn to them at a later point. Martine, hi. Marie Gunn. Steve Welling. Steve, I do want to work with you. Right, yeah, I got like a message from. I can't guarantee it's who you're asking for because it doesn't always work that way, Steve. Okay, but I do feel as though I'm drawn to you. I've got a lady here that I feel is in the spirit world. She's making me aware of being around a size 18, maybe even 20. A lady that would have carried a bit of weight all over her, really, but especially on the top, I want to say. I feel that she's got actually quite a good sense of humour about her, and would have very much chivied everybody around her and come on, let's get going, and very much I want to get things sorted kind of lady. She's making me aware of a period of time of illness, and problems with her breathing, and but also, right, I feel the breathing issues were to do with not just her lungs. Yes, her lungs, there had been some damage on her lungs, but I feel that her heart was under a lot of strain as well. Okay. And she's making me aware that there was problems with her feet and a circulation with her feet, and not being able to get her feet comfortable and into slippers, and having to cut slippers to get her feet in them, kind of thing, because they're swollen, and there's a lot of fluid retention, especially towards the end there, and I feel possibly some liver damage, but that being as much to do with the medication that she'd been on for other problems, and it just all being a combination of everything and just breaking down at the end there. And it's giving me the sense that she struggled to keep on going as long as she could, because she didn't want to leave the people around her. Steve, if you can just let me know if this is making any sense to you. I feel that the sense of a mom with this lady, okay? And she's very much liking the meat and two veg kind of food as well. She's bringing a good plate of food there, and I feel it's because she's saying that you're not eating properly at the moment, you're not cooking properly for yourself, you're just eating the junk food, she's saying. Okay, and you should know better than that. She was wanting you to improve in your diet there. I'm being drawn to May, and I want around the 15th of May as a date that would be relevant for her, okay, or very close around her. No, her. Okay, and she's giving me flowers as well, as though she would have liked the big bunches of flowers. I mean, we all like flowers, don't we? But she did like the flowers, and she's giving me the sense that she would have found meaning in flowers as well, that she would have understood that you know, around forget-me-nots and things like that, just flowers having meaning as well as just being pretty. Okay, Steve, as I say, if this is making sense to you at all, can you just let me know? If not, then I'm sorry that this is not the person you were asking for, but there's no answer. Okay. Without confirmation, I need to move on, but I do feel that you are very much loved from Spirit, and they do really want you to look after yourself a bit more there, and enjoy life. Enjoy life. It's short enough. Okay, enjoy life. I'll leave that with you then. And Richard, if we can move on, please. Hi, Donna Deuce. Sorry, Donna Doon. Claire Candle. Lillian Ann. Claudette Hollage. Kerry Knights. Lizzy Busy Bright. Lizzy, could I come to you, please? Okay, Lizzy. Right. Okay. Again, I've got a lady with me, and she's referring to your name, Lizzy, which I know is for Elizabeth, And I feel that there's a lady called Elizabeth in the spirit world as well, and you were actually named after this lady. Okay, the lady that I've got is coming across as actually quite strict in personality, quite formal in personality. She loved kids and loved her children, but there's a formality about her and a properness about her. There would have always been the tablecloth on the table, and the best crockery would come out at different times, and she'd have a proper china cups for a cup of tea, and she wouldn't have tolerated any swearing, anything like that. That would not have done. I don't think she smoked, okay, and she smoked right up till the end, and she's making me aware that actually she there were certain points, because from being very prim and proper and everything tidy and clean and just put away, there was towards the end of her life there that the ashtrays could get full kind of thing, okay, which was just not like her at all. And I feel that was actually part of the dementia, that kind of thing, that had Alzheimer's, that is sort of set in with her, okay, because I've got her forgetting people's names, and forgetting, as we all do at certain times, forgetting what she was supposed to be doing. And I get the sense that when she was younger, she would have been very organised with people's birthdays. But one of the first signs I feel that she was starting to be unwell is that she'd stopped remembering people's birthdays, and people commented on that. Lizzy, I hope this is making sense to you. She has no response to call. Okay, so Lizzy, I hope that's provided the evidence that you want, but without any response, I do need to move on, okay? And I think I need to say that to everybody. We need some response here, and let me know whether it's making sense to you or not. The other thing is, people are really, really nebby, and they need to know that what I'm telling you is right or wrong, okay? Richard won't have me back if it's wrong. But no, let me know, okay? And let me know whether we're on the right tracks now. So I'll let this lady go, and thank you. Thank Elizabeth, this lady in the spirit world, for coming here this evening. Okay, some more names, please, Richard. Flynn, oh, I can't see that properly. Flynn D. Murphy. Hi, Millie. Irene. Hi, Irene. Irene Nisha. Hello. Jamie Taylor. Amy Jo Hazelwood. Amy, could I work with you, please? Okay. Right, Amy. Hang on. Right. I've got somebody coming through that had problems with the teeth. At the point they had no teeth because they're taking them out. Okay. And very much laughing about this. And taking them out and putting them in the glass by the bed. Okay. But they're just not comfortable. They're not a comfortable fit. Okay. But okay, come on, who've we got? I've got both a lady and a gentleman coming through, and they're a right couple. They bounce off each other in terms of joking and things, because they're messing around with these blinding teeth, and I'm not getting clear whose teeth they are, almost as though they deliberately swap them over or something, that they both have different false teeth and they'd swap them and have a laugh about them and tease other people about these false teeth. So I feel it kind of grandma, granddad, that kind of relationship, but a very energetic couple that I've got with them, in terms of they're very upbeat. They were very much in love through their life. They were a good match, I want to say, and they would have said that as well. Amy, is this making sense to you, please? And I feel grandma would have been around a size 18, and granddad I get quite tall with, actually, compared to grandma. There being a height difference there, and grandma being what I call typical grandma, you know, very much enjoying being in the kitchen, just homemaking, making sure everything was right, getting things sorted during the day for when your granddad came home from work, all of that kind of thing. I feel she's making me aware of four children, but I feel that there was one lost through a miscarriage as well. Amy, if you could just let me know if this is making any sense to you, whether you can verify this about this couple. Okay, they're talking about back to back houses. Oh, there we are. Granddad used to take his teeth out when he was little, hide under the kitchen table. He thought it was hilarious. I'll read the comments out because not everybody's on YouTube. The people on Facebook wouldn't see the comments. Okay, and yeah, they were saying about back-to-back houses and talking about the coal being delivered and down the chute, that kind of housing, where there'd be an alley going down the back of the row of the houses as well. That's where you get the rubbish van and the coal van going down, and kids playing football in that area as well, kicking the ball around. And you would understand where there was the broken leg as well, where somebody got knocked over, or something to do with a horse in some way. There was an accident with a horse, but I get the sense it was more being knocked over. But we're going back many years ago. Whether this was connected to granddad or grandma, I don't know, but they're bringing that memory through for that. Okay, I want to go to June and July. In June, I want around the 14th, 15th of June for a birthday or a passing, and in July, I want about around the 3rd or the 30th. In fact, the 3rd and the 30th, you would understand, as anniversaries in July. Okay. And especially towards granddad there. So if you can't bring them to mind, look at granddad and grandma and around them for those kind of dates. Okay. And he's talking about the lullabies as well. You would understand lullabies being sung, and the nightmares, and thunder and lightning as well. He's bringing the thunder and lightning in, and you being scared, and that kind of hugs and the lullabies just to calm you down, because of the thunder and lightning. Okay, and just very loving memories there for you, Amy. All right, and fish and chips being a real treat as well, and that smell, and it's been on the newspapers rather than, because they used to just put them straight on the newspapers rather than having a sheet of paper between them, didn't they? And just that smell of the fish and chips and being outside, and memories about being at the beach. And I know these are very general, and a lot of people have these kind of memories with their oh gosh, Grandad was killed working at an old farm. He was hauling hay and bale fell off, and he stopped to get it and was trampled by the cows. That would make sense with this. Yeah, okay, it wasn't horses, it was cows. Okay, right. And you would understand an anniversary of a passing around this time. I want last week, and I want around the 14th of August being a relevant date of a passing as well. Okay, so Amy, I leave you with so much love from your granddad there. Just keep smiling, he says, keep smiling. And that's why he's bringing those jokes in that he did about his teeth, because you need a laugh, you need that reassurance and knowledge that he's around and keeping you safe. Okay, love from him and your grandmother. Thank you for working with me, Amy. Okay, next one, Richard. Oh, adverts. We've got some adverts coming up. We'll be back in, well, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
My Spirit Life is a free online interactive magazine for those who have an interest in improving their spiritual lives. Authors can upload images, videos, and audio clips to their own articles. The public can place comments, rate the article, and follow the author. All articles are vetted before being published. For more information and to place your own article, please visit myspiritlife.co.uk.
MySpiritualDirectory.com is one of the fastest growing online free listing service. Our search directory offers geolocation feature, rating ability, review system, map location, customer comment, YouTube video, gallery, social media sharing, direct contact with the lister, simple online booking and payment system. It's free to register and use. It even creates your own mini web page, which you can update at any time, and yes, it's still free, no monthly or yearly fees. 100% free. Creates your own profile page. Add social media and other links. Add a mini gallery and a YouTube video. Rating, reviews and comments. Includes online booking and payments. So, if you're looking for a medium or a reader, even a church, maybe a healer, or any other spiritual service, then visit myspiritualdirectory.com.
SPTV are proud to present an evening of mediumship with the wonderful Deb Clark. Join us for a private event on the 20th of August 2022 at the Roebuck Inn, Wickham. For more details visit events.spiritualpsychicstv.online. Rachel Galbraith joins us tomorrow from 8 p.m. for an evening of palmistry and tarot readings.
And welcome back from the adverts. One of the adverts that didn't show was about Friday. Richard, do you want me to mention about Friday and the new show? That's Katie Hollins coming on, chatting with Richard, putting your voice forward. I'm sure Katie will be doing readings as well. Katie was with you a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I can't remember now, and obviously made a good impression on everybody, so she's coming back. So tune in on Friday at 8 o'clock to see Katie and chatting with Richard. Okay. Right, Richard, can I have some more names, please? I'll refresh now after a drink of water. As Richard says, the adverts give me a chance to get a drink of water as well. Okay, Amy Andrews. Hi, nice to see you on here. Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Vicky's on YouTube. Amy Owen. Lauren Jones. Simon Davis. Could I go to Simon, please? Simon, hopefully you're still on Facebook. If you can just say hi, just to make sure that you're still on here, and I'll see who I've got for you. Okay, the lady I've got is giving me the impression of a typical old lady, little old lady, feisty, I want to say, and a lady that was used to getting her own way. She actually enjoyed being an elderly lady. It gave her a lot more freedom than she'd had ever before in her life. She'd always had responsibilities with children, for a husband. When she became elderly, it's like she didn't have any of the pressures of family anymore, and she did what she wanted to do. She had time to read. I feel that she actually did voluntary work, helped out at the church, is it? And really made a life for herself in a way that she just couldn't have done at any other time of her life. And she's giving me the sense that she lived on and on and on and on. I've got her going well into her 90s, I feel here, because she just had so much life to live and so many things that she wanted to do. And she wasn't going to let anybody or anything stop her from doing that. And I feel she was actually quite a good organizer, or she felt she was a good organizer. But I also feel that sometimes people could say, oh, here she comes again. Hide. Which sometimes I think she could get hurt about, but other times she just, oh, get on with it, okay? If nobody else is wanting to sort it, she is. Simon, if you can let me know whether you could understand this lady. I feel that she's coming through as a sort of grandmotherly energy there, and she just very much organising, and she's trying to organise you at the moment, in that she's given me the impression that she wouldn't have felt that you've been too organised recently, and she wants to get things sorted, okay? That you need to get paperwork straight, you need to get finances straight, you need to get thinking straight, okay? You've gone with it a bit and let things pile up, and she's saying, nah, get it sorted, time's to sort it, just make the time. And you'll reap the benefit from that, okay? Simon, I hope you can take this. Feedback would be really good, thank you. Right, I feel that she would, you're not sure about her working in church, but Nan was feisty, okay? If it wasn't a church, it's that kind of a place where she would have gone voluntary and helped out, and she'd want to organise them, okay? Right. I feel towards the end of her life there, that there was no, not for you about finances, okay? If it's not you, that you'd understand somebody close to you that she would want, so that she's linked to, that isn't getting that organised, because she is wanting this situation organised. Simon, you would understand David on the earth plane, so if you're looking around there, okay? Come on. Right, she was saying about prior to her passing, she's giving me the sense that she wasn't that ill for that long, okay? Because she just kept going and kept going and kept going, and it kind of crept up on her, and I think that looking back, she'd probably been ill for a lot longer than anybody realised or she'd accepted, and she'd left it too late, okay? So and I feel that at the end her passing was quite quick as well, okay? She had enough and time was gone, okay? No, you don't think it's me, okay? So this isn't making sense at all for you, Simon, all right? Okay, don't really like to do this because I want to go to the right people, but since Simon's not recognising this, if somebody can recognise this information, please, and I want this date to go with them, so you've got to be able to take this date as well as all of that information. Okay, sorry about this, Richard, because I know it's a bit. Right, okay. Right, or it could be Christine's nan, because I do feel it is a nan. I did say about the nan. So, Christine, can you take this lady? Okay. Because for people who are on Facebook and not seeing Christine's chat, I presume it's Christine in YouTube. There's Christine on the YouTube chat that is saying that could this be Nan? Okay. 23rd of July is a date. Hi, Christine. She's saying yes. Okay. You should be able to understand the 23rd of July, Christine, as well. All right. Just to make sure that I am with you. And you would, you see, she's taking me back to that voluntary thing as well, and wanting to confirm that it is her because she did this voluntary work and wanted to organise people. And she's saying yes around, and Christine's confirming it's my nan. Okay. And I do get the sense that Simon and Christine are cousins. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. And with this lady, I do feel that, oh, she's giving me the name Doris, so she would understand. You would understand Doris in the family as well, please. And Chris, oh, you're Christine, but there's also a Christine. She was a good organizer. Christine, there's also another lady of your nan's generation that was a Christine as well. Okay. So, Christine, would you understand her focusing on you in terms of you getting yourself organised? Because Simon was very clear that that wasn't him. Is it you that needs to get organised rather than Simon? Okay. Right. Nan's actually laughing at that. Okay. Okay. Right. I feel, Christine, that you sense Nan at times, and you sense her giving you a shove as well. And one of the ways you sense her is that she comes in with that energy of, right, let's get things sorted, and she does that to get you going. And this is what she's giving you at the moment, that get up and go, and let's get organised, let's get sorted, let's get all of this paperwork done and this finance done. Okay, so I'll leave that with you, Christine. Thank you for recognising your nan coming in there, just a weird way of getting to you. Okay, thank you. Right, Richard, next one, please. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Mandy Paul. How are you? Sarah, nice to see you on here. Melinda. Hi, Melinda from South Africa. Hi. Clicked off again. Hi, Lila. Hi, Lila Ann. And Lauren Jones. Yeah, Lauren, could I stick with Lauren Jones, please? And hi, Peter Smith, who's just clicked on there as well. Okay, Lauren. Right, Lauren. Right, I feel quite a young energy coming in from spirit, and I feel a young man that would have passed through illness. Okay, I don't feel I don't feel that he took his own life or an accident. I feel that there was an illness that took him. Okay, and I want late 20s, is it? No older than late 20s, might even be late teens. But because he's just that young energy, and I'm just wanting to pull him closer to me. Lauren, you should be able to understand the name Roger. I'm not saying that this, in fact, I'm pretty sure it's not his name, but there's just a Roger being called in there as well as I was working. I feel with this gentleman that a problem with his breathing, and that this illness would have been with him for most of his life, that if not born with this illness, and it steadily got worse, and they tried for a long time to do different interventions, but it didn't solve any of the fundamental problems that were there. Lauren, is this making sense to you with this gentleman, please? Okay. Not sure what reply pin 1M is. So we just got an odd. No, I don't understand that. My grandpa is golf, but he's all. No, this isn't. No, okay. Sorry, Richard. They're obviously not wanting me to work like that anymore because they're just. Okay, let's get a date. 19th of July. Okay. Sorry, Lauren, I don't call spirit to me. They're just there who are ready to be for me to communicate with. Okay, and I've got this young gentleman here, and I need to find where he is, and it's obviously not with you, but he's wanting to communicate with somebody on here tonight. Okay, and I've just chosen the wrong person. I'm sorry, Lauren. So can anybody else take this gentleman that passed from a medical condition that he had most of his life, if not all of his life, because he was born with it, kind of thing, and there was a lot of different medical interventions at different times, but he died very early in life, between late teens and late 20s, no older than that. Okay, is anybody else? Is anybody else? Sorry, Lauren, I don't link to you. I link to the spirit, and I've got this contact, and I need to find who this contact is for. So if somebody else online understands this gentleman, and could you just right, Mary, but sure, you can. Your granddad passed on the 19th of July. Mary, would you understand this young man? He just gave me the 19th of July as a date. Flower, my grandma's brother did. Right, that makes more sense. That's what the kind of thing I'm looking for, where it's a young man that had a medical condition that he died of from when he was young. Okay, let's work with him a bit more. Flower, you would understand. You said about he lost a leg, but I've also got breathing problems with him, that it was breathing difficulties, and his lungs sort of not working, so pneumonia, something like that, that took him at the end. Okay. A gentleman that I feel personality with, he was quite a strong gentleman, and he was in his 20s. Yes, that makes sense, Flower. Okay. And personality wise, he was a strong character, that sort of battled with his illness. He did not want to pass, but he just, in the end, he couldn't walk and they made him walk. Okay. Why is he showing me this flower? What he's showing me is putting nail varnish on. Now, I'm sure it's not him, but would you understand him? Nail varnish. There's something about nail varnish at the moment. Right, my grandma had bad and later on, like herself, pneumonia. Okay. This nail varnish, he was Scottish. I didn't get what nationality he was. Yes, he was very strong, yes. And he still is very strong, okay. All right, you put your nail varnish on Grandad, right? That makes sense. It's just this nail varnish. Okay. So it looks as though you've got a few of your family around here, but it started with this young gentleman, and then you've got Grandma and Grandad coming in as well. Okay, I feel that they're all coming around you at the moment because there's been a period that you've felt quite down, okay, and they're wanting to pull you back up again, and they're bringing in the sort of the happy memories, like the nail varnish on Grandad, to lighten and to bring back those happy memories for you, and also to give you confirmation about life after sort of we leave this physical body, because they're giving me the sense it's been playing on your mind and there's been a lot of questions around you, and you're wanting that proof, you're wanting that evidence to say that life is more than what you think it is here and now, that it's much wider, that is an existence well beyond this physical plane, and our consciousness enters that other plane of existence when our bodies remain on the earth plane, okay? And there is just so much more to life than you could possibly imagine, and they're wanting to give you that confidence of finding that new pathway for you, rather than being focused on the problems of the everyday physical, that lighten your vibration and go on a spiritual journey, and a journey of discovery, I want to say. Okay, so I will leave that with you, and thank you for accepting the young gentleman there, and I hope that you've enjoyed this evening. Okay, Richard, do you want me to do one more? I know we're 9:15, but okay. Oh, finish now. Okay then. Right. I know. Sorry, Richard's telling me off in my headphones. Okay then, everybody. It's time to say goodbye, I'm afraid. I hope you've had a lovely evening. I hope that you're able to take the love that Spirit has brought through this evening, whether you've had a message or not. I hope you've found there's solace in the knowledge of life after death, and that the evidence that has been given tonight encourages you to explore spiritualism further and find your love in spirit. Okay, good evening and thank you for watching.